What's up, YouTubers? It's the Animation Nerd 27 back with you in another video. And today I'm going to talk about the cartoons that I wish would get a theatrical animated film in theaters. Now, these are the cartoons that have not gotten a theatrical animated feature in cinemas yet and stuff. And these are the ones I wish would definitely get it. So here we go. So one of those cartoons that I wish got a movie was Garfield. Now, I really love Garfield. I really do. Garfield is a classic. We love the characters like John, Odie, Garfield, etc. But of course, we have the two live-action movies with Bill Murray and Breckin Meyer and Jennifer Love Hewitt. But I'm going to say this, though. I personally love the 2000s Garfield movies. Yeah, the one starring Bill Murray, I personally love them. In fact, I consider them to be the best live-action films to be based on a cartoon. I found them to be very funny and very hilarious. Now, yes, I'm not a fan of cartoons being turned into live action, and some of those movies that I grew up loving have not aged well with me. But there are some that I still find to be enjoyable. I thought the Scooby Doo movies were alright, not good, not bad, but alright. And I personally loved the Garfield films. Those are actually good. But anyway, after the success of the Peanuts movie, which came out 4 years ago in 2015, I've been dying to see animated Garfield remake. I heard there was one in development by Alcon Entertainment, and they did get a director, Mark Dendel, who directed Cats Don't Dance, The Emperor's New Groove, and Chicken Little. But I don't know if that movie's still happening since, Garfield's now owned by Viacom, aka Nickelodeon. But that happens, I'm just saying, Viacom, Nickelodeon, you own Garfield. I'm just saying an animated Garfield movie would be really successful. You'll bring him back. Plus, let's face it, Garfield isn't as popular as he was. Sure, he was popular, but that was back in the 80s and 90s. Back in the 80s, 90s, and some of the 2000s, Garfield was really popular. But the 2010s has not been a good decade for Garfield. He hasn't been around as much as, say, other characters. Look at other characters. Look at Garfield back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. Back then, he was everywhere, especially in the 80s and 90s. He was everywhere in merchandise. You cannot get away from Garfield merchandise. He was a cultural icon at the time. Heck, Walt Disney Animation Studios was originally planning to make an animated Garfield movie about Garfield and Odie teaming up with the other pets in the neighborhood to save their owners from a storm. Yeah, that's right. Disney was going to do an animated Garfield movie. It's hard to think about that. An animated Garfield movie made by Disney. But anyway, with the success of the Peanuts movie, I hope we get an animated Garfield remake. It can be CGI. It can have the same animation style as the comic strips. It can be great. And instead of getting celebrities, they can get voice actors. I don't think they'll do that because they'll probably get celebrities. But I'm just saying, instead of getting a bunch of celebrities, how about get a bunch of famous voice actors to get them? And I have my picks. For Garfield, I would definitely like to see Dan Castellaneta, a.k.a. Homer Simpson, play Garfield. I just feel like he would make a pretty good Garfield. I would also pick Tom Kenny as John, because he would make a great John. And I would pick Frank Welker as Odie. That would be good. Or get Greg Berger back. Who knows? But yeah, that would be what I would like for a Garfield movie. But anyway, another cartoon I would like to see get a movie is what is it? Rick and Morty and the Boondocks. Now, I love these two shows, but unfortunately they never got their own movies. We did have an Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, but that was it. That was the only time Adult Swim made an animated film based on one of their TV shows. Unfortunately, they haven't done it in a while, but I hope we get one for Rick and Morty or the Boondocks, because those are two shows that definitely deserve a theatrical outing. Rick and Morty is one of the most popular animated shows of the 2000s. It's like everywhere you go, of the 2010s I meant. I'm sorry, Rick and Morty is one of the most popular shows of the 2010s. It has tons of merchandise galore. So what's stopping them from making a theatrical Rick and Morty film? I go see it, and hey, a Boondocks movie? Hell yeah! Although that's gonna be a kind of a problem since, sadly recently, John Witherspoon passed away last month. I was going to talk about that in my Nerd Geek Media Talk, but I forgot about that. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, those I would like to see get movies. Another one is Scooby Doo. Now, this was before we heard the announcement of Scoop, but before then, I was always dying for an animated theatrical Scooby Doo movie. Since, you know, Yogi Bear, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and the Smurfs, and Tom and Jerry, a bunch, and some other Hanna-Barbera projects had gotten theatrical films. Like Yogi Bear, Flintstones, Jetsons, and of course Tom and Jerry and the Smurfs, which were 5 other Hanna-Barbera projects, were all given their own theatrical films that were animated. Some were successful, some were not successful. Some got good reviews, some got mixed reviews, and some got bad reviews. But I liked them overall, some of them. But I was always like, what about Scooby Doo? All his animated movies were the direct-to-video, but we never got a theatrical animated Scooby Doo movie, like an animated Scooby Doo movie in theaters. We only had the live-action ones, but that's it. But now, of course, we got Scoob coming out next year, so... And, of course, I talked about that in my Nerd Geek Media Talk, and I did a trailer reaction to the first teaser trailer and stuff, so there's no need to talk about it. But anyway, there's a bunch of other cartoons I got that I would like to see get into movies. Like American Dad, definitely American Dad, that would be a great movie. The show's still on the air on TBS, so what's stopping them from making a movie? That would be a great movie, a great funny movie. Futurama, come on, that would be a great animated film. I would definitely like to see a Futurama movie. Also, The Proud Family, Kim Possible, Phineas and Ferb. Now, there were plans for a theatrical Phineas and Ferb movie that was in development, but it never got made. We did get that TV movie, but we were supposed to get a theatrical animated outing for Phineas and Ferb. But it never got made. So maybe one day, maybe Disney will do that, Phineas and Ferb movie in theaters. Or even a Kim Possible or Proud Family movie in theaters. Or even a Gravity Falls movie. That would be cool. Or even a My Life as a Teenage Robot movie. Definitely My Life as a Teenage Robot. That would be great. We can see the characters return in a whole new adventure. King of the Hill. I mean, Beavis and Butthead got a movie, but we never got a King of the Hill movie, which I'm sad about because I love King of the Hill. But unlike Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill never got its own theatrical animated outing. If they want to bring back the show in a revival, maybe bring it back in a movie. That would be great. I'm saying that would be perfect. So yeah, there are other cartoons I like. But there's 3 top ones that I definitely want to see get a movie treatment. The 3 main ones that I definitely want to see, and I'll talk about them right now. First one is Danny Phantom. Now, I'm a fan of Danny Phantom. I love it. I love the characters, the show, the humor, the action scenes, the theme song. He's a phantom. But we never got a Danny Phantom movie. And I've been dying for a Danny Phantom movie. I think a Danny Phantom movie would be great. I mean, it's a show about a kid that fights ghosts. How have we not gotten a movie for that yet? That would make a great theatrical movie. All I'm saying to y'all is this. A Danny Phantom movie would make good money. It can even be the revival movie. If Nickelodeon wants to bring back Danny Phantom, instead of making a TV movie, make it a theatrical movie. I know it might not work well, but hey, a Danny Phantom theatrical reunion film or a revival movie in theaters, I would pay money to see that. That would be a movie I would pay money to see. I would definitely pay to see Danny, Sam, Tucker, Jack, Maddie, Jazz, Vlad, and the rest of the gang on the big screen. That I would pay money for. Heck, it can even be it can take place a couple years after the TV show ended. Maybe Vlad comes back from space to get revenge on Danny in the game for what happened to him. Or maybe even this, or better, maybe Vlad and Dark Danny, the evil version of Danny from the future, maybe Dark Danny and Vlad team up to get rid of Danny once and for all. Two of Danny's greatest enemies teaming up to get rid of him? Plus my 2 favorite Danny Phantom villains together? I would love that. That would be freaking awesome. I would cry if they did that. That would be awesome. So yeah, Nickelodeon, let's do a Danny Phantom movie because Butch Hartman wants to bring back Danny Phantom. So how about make a theatrical revival movie? He'll definitely come back for that. And now the other big cartoon I want to see again in a movie is Family Guy. Now Family Guy is a great show. I love the characters, love the humor. It's my all-time favorite adult cartoon, and I love it. But unfortunately, it's never gotten a movie. Now, when we look at Family Guy, it's one of the three major adult cartoons, right up there with Simpsons and South Park as the three most popular adult cartoons, and technically the three longest running adult cartoons. But out of the three, Family Guy never got a theatrical movie. I mean, The Simpsons got a movie, and South Park got a movie, and both films were huge hits at the box office. Yet we never got a Family Guy movie in the 2000s. I don't know why, but I would have loved to see a Family Guy animated film in theaters back in the 2000s or even this decade in the 2010s. I mean, come on, a Family Guy movie? That would be freaking awesome. I don't know why we haven't done that. That would be so amazing. I am dying for a Family Guy movie. If they did a Family Guy movie, I would run to the cinemas. On my knees, I would run to the cinemas and watch that movie. It would be a great experience. I heard rumors we might be getting an animated / live action hybrid Family Guy film in theaters. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but we got to see about it. But yeah, definitely a Family Guy movie. And make it and have it be like a combination of both the Simpsons movie and the South Park movie. Because, come on, if Stan Marsh and Homer Simpson can have their own movies, why can't Peter Griffin get a movie? And finally, the other major cartoon I want to see get a movie is Fairly OddParents. I love Fairly OddParents. It's my all-time favorite television show of all time. I love the characters, the animation, the humor, the songs, the episodes. I love them all. But yet we've never gotten a Fairly OddParents movie. I saved this part for Fairly OddParents. I was going to do it for Danny Phantom, but I decided to wait for FOP. But if you remember back in the 2000s, Nicktoons had 4 big popular shows: SpongeBob, Fairly OddParents, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom. Out of the 4, SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron got their own movies. Jimmy's movie came out before his show in 2001, and SpongeBob's movie came out 5 years after his show in 2004. And of course, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie were huge hits at the box office. Yet, sadly, Timmy and Danny never got their own movies, which kind of saddens me because they were the other 2 big Nicktoons of the time, yet they never got their own theatrical outing in cinemas, which kind of saddens me because I would have loved to see them got their own movies. Now, interesting fact, originally there were plans for a theatrical animated Fairly OddParents movie that was supposed to come out in the 2000s, but unfortunately due to manager changement at Paramount Studios, the film got canceled, which I am sad because, come on, if they had done a Fairly OddParents movie, like the canceled one, I would have been happy. That would have been awesome. Heck, that'd probably be my favorite movie of all time, which is, of course, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. But if they had done that Fairly OddParents movie, I would have loved that. But still, come on, the Fairly OddParents, that definitely needs a movie. It is like a TV show that's crying out loud for a movie. I don't know why Nickelodeon hasn't done it yet. The show is popular, hey, and plus, if they want to make money, hold up, hey. Plus, if they want to make money, all I'm saying is, in 2021, to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of Fairly OddParents, why not do a theatrical revival movie? Bring back the original cast and characters and put them in a theatrical outing. Maybe it can be about Timmy finally growing up and losing Cosmo and Wanda. If they do that, I would be excited. Plus, Fairly OddParents' anniversary is on March 30th, my birthday, so that would be fucking awesome. I would die of excitement. But yeah, definitely a Fairly OddParents movie. Yeah, Fairly OddParents, Family Guy, and Danny Phantom are definitely the 3 cartoons I want movies to be made of the most. Because we already had a South Park, Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, and Simpsons movies, but Family Guy, Danny Phantom, and Family Guy, Danny Phantom, and Fairly OddParents never got their own theatrical outing. So I'm just saying, Nickelodeon and Fox, if you look at those 3 cartoons, just, give the theatrical outing to them. I'm just saying. But anyway, folks, that's all today. Thanks for watching this video, and I'm really hoping that these cartoons get movies made of them, because I will be really happy. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and see you later. And if I don't see you, have a happy Thanksgiving.